Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. We are doing a full face of OFRA Cosmetics. If you enjoy full face videos and you want to see what OFRA Cosmetics has available for you, or you just want to see how I apply it and use their products, then stick around. I have been wanting to do this video for over a year and a half, since before I even started this channel. I have wanted to do this video, but I just didn't have enough of their stuff to do the full face, and they aren't exactly an inexpensive brand. They're not like a super bougie brand, but they're not one that I felt like I could just go out and buy everything possible. Now I do have a lot. I'm obviously not gonna be able to show you all of them. I do believe everything I have is still in stock. And I will just link their website below, and I will try to list everything that I use on my face today, but I'm not going to list everything I own. So I said I have a lot of OFRA Cosmetics, and I was not kidding. So I've got palettes and liquid lipsticks and blushes and setting sprays and like, what the heck? So much in here. So I probably won't get to show you everything, but I like their products. I really do. Now, OFRA Cosmetics has been around for a while. I don't remember when they actually started, but I do remember that they didn't start selling to the public until 2015. Before that, they were strictly making things for beauty schools. So a lot of makeup artists have worked with their formulas for many years. In 2015, they moved into also selling directly to us. This company is based in South Florida. All of their manufacturing and creating of these products are done in South Florida. They are cruelty-free and gluten-free, but all of the information you might want to possibly know about their products can be found online. So a lot of their products actually last longer than what you are being told your other products are lasting. So most of them last like 34 months. Some less, but most of them I've seen are 34 months, which is amazing, and how I'm able to do this video knowing that none of the stuff I have is expired. I think I'm gonna do the eyes first. Let's go ahead and do that. So I've already prepped my skin. I've done my skincare. I have a lip oil on, and I also today am using the OFRA Essential Toner. So I have that on my skin already. So we're gonna let all of that soak in. We're gonna start with the eyes. So today I'm going to actually use a new palette to me, and while this is something that was released back in the fall, this is still listed on their new releases page on their website. So this is the Signature Palette, Falling in Love, and this was a collaboration with ALLIE DAWSON. So she got to pick out and come up with this palette and these colors, and I'm so excited to play with this. Now this is a fall inspired palette 100%, so this look is probably going to be a little bit more fall leaning. I think it's such a beautiful palette, and I wanted to use something that was a little newer for this. So here is that palette. You can absolutely see it's definitely a fall inspired palette. Because we're in springtime, I'm thinking of leaving that green out because it's kind of a darker green. And I'm thinking of doing these two, maybe that, but I'm wondering if that'll make it just too fall. So the shade names of these are Hayride, Bonfire, Sweater Weather, Evergreen, and in the center is White Pumpkin. The center one is considered a topper. I think ALLIE did a beautiful job with this color story and naming of the shades in here. I'm excited to actually give this a try. All right, we are zoomed in, so hopefully you can see a little bit better. So just tapping in a little bit, I'm already getting some fallout, so I'm very glad that I am doing my eyes first. I'm gonna pat that off a little bit, and then let's just go in and see if we can do this. So as suspected, this is a darker color. We saw that in the pan. This has good pigment, but I think I am actually going to be able to blend it out to a nice lighter purple. So it is a little darker than I was hoping, but I mean, the pan didn't lie. The pan did not lie. I was just hoping I could blend it out a little bit, and I was able to blend it a little bit, but not nearly as much as I was hoping for. So it's not giving me that lighter color. I think that this will still work beautifully. I want to go ahead and apologize if the lighting is horrible. I'm still playing with it, and this is my first time doing actual makeup in front of this lighting. So just doing the exact same thing on the other eye, trying to see if I can blend it out a bit to make it just a little bit lighter. So those blend out really nicely. Definitely a good coverage, definitely nice and pigmented, and I think I like where it is now. I'm gonna go in with that orange, and it is a deeper orange, but I think by putting it on the inside, I think it'll work well. So I am taking a little bit of a denser brush because I do want more of that color, even though it's darker. Oh, look at that. That actually almost, like, it looks like it's meant to be with this. Very nice. Okay, tapping it off because there is a decent amount of fallout. Thankfully, I didn't really get any fallout once I was putting it on my eyes for this shade. But I think if I hadn't have tapped it out, that might have been a different story. I'm gonna actually try using the mirror in this and see how I like it, because I've never used this size mirror before. Okay, I'm going on the inner corner. Okay, because I'm placing it on top of that purpley shade, it's not as bright as it probably would be. So you can definitely just use that purpley shade like a little higher above your eyelid if you wanted to. Going in with a little bit more to see if I can get a little bit more on there. Like I said, it would have definitely shown a little bit brighter if I wasn't putting it on top of this other color. But I am liking the way that is looking. It's looking a little dark, a little smoky-ish, a little bit fallish, but I think we're doing great. Okay, so patting it on and then blending it out is definitely the best way to go if you want more of that orange to pop through versus just blend, like swiping it on. So definitely tap it on. Now I'm gonna take a little bit more dense packing brush. This one doesn't have a number or a name on it. I think this was a crown brush, I don't remember. It's a little bit bigger. It's not as dense as the last one I was using, but it is a packing brush. And I'm gonna put that yellow on there. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Okay, let's see how it works on top of these shades. I'm gonna tap that off. Oh, that's got a lot. Okay, okay. I'm going to tap it on in the center and out, keeping it starting on my lid. I probably will take it up, but I'm gonna try just the lid for now while I figure out how these colors are gonna work together. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's not as bright as it probably would be, just like that orange, because I have that color underneath. Taking it a little bit more. Yep, it builds up really nicely. Oh, that is gorgeous. It's not like a super bright springy color for the way that I've blended it all together, but I don't feel like it's super dark and like clearly has to be fall. These are working really well together. Like they're not blending into like a muddy look at all. I'm gonna go ahead and take that up into my crease and a little bit above my crease bone and just kind of blend it in a little bit. If you have used OFRA Cosmetics products before, what is your favorite? I know the first thing I ever tried from them was actually a highlighter, and it is still to this day my favorite highlighter. It is the Star Island highlighter. And that was my first introduction to them. I got it in a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy, probably BoxyCharm. And then I'm gonna take the lightest amount of that purple again and try to blend it a bit up here, just a little bit. Trying to see if I can add some dimension. Yeah, that's definitely darkening it. It's not exactly what I was going for, but it's what we got right now. I knew that this was definitely a fall palette, so I was just trying to see if I could make it a springy palette. And I think if you use maybe one of the colors with other palettes, you could definitely get that. Okay, it's very orange, it's very bright. When you look at it closer, it's clearly like fall orangey colors, not really springy orangey colors, but I honestly do think it's a really pretty combination. Okay, so this topper is a little chunky, beautiful shade though. Okay, because of the chunkiness, I'm actually thinking all over the lid. This might be a mistake. Probably is a mistake. Let's try it. Gonna go, oh wow, okay, that is, holy moly, that is a mess. Okay, so it does suggest using it with your fingers and then tapping it, which is what I'm doing. But then it also says if you want like a more foiled look to use a dampened brush. I didn't really want this to overtake everything, so I didn't want to do that, but oh my goodness, that gave so much fallout. All right, let's do the next side. I'm gonna clean this up because oh my goodness, there's so many sparkles everywhere. Thoughts on this? I think this is a beautiful fall palette. The quality is OFRA Cosmetics quality. It is beautiful. The topper I'm gonna have to play around with because I'm not used to that type of formula. So I'm not like in love with it just yet, but the actual overall palette I think is beautiful with great quality. Definitely fall, or if you wanted to bring in just the orange or just the yellow for a springy look, I could see that. But using the whole thing, definitely a fall palette. But congratulations again, ALLIE. This is beautiful. You did a great job. All right, we're gonna move on and we are going to do eyebrows real quick. I'm not going to do them on camera, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So I have their universal brow pencil, and it's not very universal to me. It's a little dark, but it mostly works. It's a darker brown. Okay, so we're back. The eyebrows are done and horrible. Okay, let's talk about these clown brows. This is not universal, even though it's called a universal brow. It's too dark for mine, and I have decently dark brows, but it's too dark for mine. Second, the formula is both waxy feeling, but chalky. Not chalky, it's like coffee grounds. Okay, so it goes on feeling a little waxy, and yet it leaves like coffee ground markings, like little bits here and there. It's not a good formula. I am so sorry to say that, but I don't like this at all. I absolutely hate it. And if I needed it this dark, I might like it a little bit better, but I can't get like a super skinny look. I can't get a natural looking eyebrow with this. So I look a little weird, okay? But we're doing a full face, so it's just what it's gonna be. Oh my gosh, those eyebrows are horrible. Okay. Commitment, follow through. Let's continue. I don't like that formula. Would not recommend that product. Okay, we're gonna move into primer. For primer today, I have in this beautiful packaging. Their packaging is always on point. Beautiful packaging. This is the Cool as a Cucumber primer. Now, I normally don't actually use this as a primer because I'm not a huge fan of it as a primer. I use it mostly as like a skincare type product, and so I don't use it all that often, but it smells great, feels amazing on the skin. And that's something that I do like about some of their products. Like some of their products will literally say use as a primer or as, you know, just a normal skin prep thing, just for skincare type thing. And that's one of these products. So as a primer, I use very little. I have practice with how much to use. And I have to say, I only use it on the cheeks I don't use it on the forehead, and I don't really put it into like the creases. We're gonna go in with our foundation. So the foundation says to use either a blending sponge or a makeup brush. I prefer to use blending sponges with most of my things, and that's what I've found is best for this one as well. So the foundation comes in a beautiful container. This is glass here, obviously plastic here, and a little cute pump that works pretty well. And it's absolutely beautiful. So it is 1 ounce. This one is in 4.25. I did their online find your perfect match thing. And then I also did another online comparison thing, and they all came to the conclusion that this was my shade. Well, the last time I used it and the first time I used it, because I've only used it twice, it was not my shade at all. And I'm really hoping that maybe right now it's my shade, but it probably isn't. But the container is beautiful. The formula actually seems like it's very, very good. And this is, once again, one of their things that lasts a very long time. This is a full coverage foundation made with silk peptides. So it says, smooth all over, go from part-time to full-time status in this long-lasting foundation that leaves skin flawless. Stay perfectly matte all day with this buildable medium to full coverage formula mixed with silk peptides and skin-loving antioxidants. Absolute coverage foundation keeps your face protected from outside pollutants that age your skin. And it says to use it, just apply to face using a brush or sponge, spot apply to areas that need more coverage. So we're gonna work with this. We're gonna see if hopefully it can be workable. So I'll just take in 2 pumps. That actually looks a little light, but looks pretty close to a lot of the shades I have. So that should work. Okay, so that was like 1 full pump. I kind of pumped it in 2 times, but they weren't full pumps. So that was 1 full pump. And get it all around. I'm probably gonna have to do another pump, but let's see. Okay, so yeah, so it's a little on the orangey side for me. It's looking better than it did the last 2 times I used it, but it's definitely more orange for me than I need. And it definitely starts out very light coverage, but it definitely is really pretty. The way it's sitting is nice. Definitely a medium, light to medium coverage right now. Can definitely tell a difference. It's a little bit orangey for me, but it is giving a decent amount of coverage. I'm gonna do this side, and then I'm gonna see if I want to put on more or not. So this is the full foundation. It's definitely still a little too orange. You can see the difference here. Like I'm more, I don't know if that would be like pinky undertone. I'm not positive, but this is definitely a bit more orange, but as it's settling into my skin, I feel like some of the oranginess, only some, is starting to blend and look better, with the exception of around my nose. So around my nose is actually keeping that orange and making it more prominent. So I do think I want to see if I can turn this into full coverage, because I feel like this is very medium coverage, and it feels very lightweight. Like I don't actually tell that I have anything on my skin. I don't really see a difference in I see a little bit of a difference in application on the forehead, but only in this one spot. Over here, I don't. So I don't know if maybe I just didn't blend it out well. But remember, I didn't put any primer on my forehead. And over here, it blended out beautifully. Looks like it's setting the same way as the rest. But this side does have a little patchiness. So I don't know if that was my fault or, you know, the foundation. I don't know, but we're going to add a second layer and see if this will build up. Oh, okay, this second layer is going on beautifully as far as coverage level and application process. It doesn't feel like it's picking up the previous layer. It feels like it's really trying to blend together and give me decent coverage. But as I suspected, it is definitely adding more of that oranginess and making it very noticeable. But it is definitely building into a fuller coverage without looking cakey. Oh my gosh, that's so orange, guys. Between the eyebrows and the oranginess, oh my goodness, this is just not my shade, okay? This is not my shade, but we're talking about more than just this shade match today. Okay, I'm gonna add some to my ears, see if I can help this kind of blend a little bit. We're gonna bring it down the neck. I don't know if there's any saving this. I don't know. This is beautiful coverage though. Okay, speaking just about the formula, we know the color is completely off. It is laying beautifully. It built up beautifully. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin. Maybe don't use their online color match thing. So this has pretty much dried down. You know how sometimes foundations, you have to really set them with like a powder or something in order for it to feel like it's actually dried? This is almost completely dry, so I think I'll be fine to just go straight into my powders because I don't have a setting powder from them. But that has been what they've been focusing on releasing lately, is a lot of setting powders. They have a new grippy primer, so definitely look into those. There's a purple one that I really want, and also like a banana-y one that I would like. So blushes, I don't actually have that many options for blushes from them. I thought I had one more than what I'm gonna show you, but apparently I don't. So I thought I had 2 different blushes in this. I know I have a second one somewhere, I just don't remember what it is. This is My Time. Beautiful orangey blush here. We've already got enough orange going on though, so I don't think I want to add that one. Then I have the Charm Your Cheeks palette, and this thing travels with me, goes with me everywhere. I love it. It has blushes, bronzers. This is also the only bronzer I have, which is shocking. I really should actually get some bronzers from them. So, or not bronzer? So I guess technically this is a full blush palette, but I use that darker one as bronzer because I'm light and that I don't like to use as a blush. So we're gonna use, I believe it's a shade Rendevis. Probably saying that wrong, but I use this shade quite often. This palette is a little bit messy because I do use it often. I'm gonna go in with my brush that I tend to use for this. I take it a little bit up here, bring it down just a little bit. And yes, I could absolutely do a darker shade of this. I would love to actually get one of their bronze, like official bronzing things, but I just don't have. I haven't yet. I thought I had, but I guess I hadn't. See, that shade looks really good as a bronzer for me. Ignore the orange face, okay? Just ignore it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Then I do the same on the other side. Then I'm going to add some to the top, which will help with this foundation color being completely off, okay? And then down here. I love the way that this is sitting on the foundation though. It really is doing beautiful. This foundation formula, I need to find my actual shade because so far this is beautiful. I could have returned it. I know that they would have replaced it with the right shade, I just didn't give it a shot until after that time frame had gone, and it's now way past. My fault, not theirs. I am noticing on the top it's starting to get a little, not peely looking, but a little like it's trying to settle, but it's not settling. But down here it's not doing that. So I'm wondering if it is because I didn't use primer on there. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna move into blush. So for blush, I normally like an orangey blush. We're not doing that today. Or I like a corally blush, and so this is my tie here. And I really want to use it, but I'm really not sure if I should. But I feel like the pink might actually show off that this is very orangey even more. So maybe we'll just go with what I like. Okay, maybe we will just say forget it. We're doing it. We're going with a big blush powder brush, and we're gonna go into my tie. Yes, we are. All right, let's do this. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Okay, that actually I feel like is what this needed, this foundation color. Helping it to look really nice. Okay, yeah, I'm doing a bit more blush than I would normally do. Okay, I'm lying. I accidentally do a lot of blush, and then I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Because I think subconsciously I like a lot of blush. This is just so beautiful. It's so soft looking. Oh, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna add a little bit right here. And this I don't always do, but I'm gonna do it just because we're trying to make this foundation color work, okay? We're trying. Then I'm gonna do something a little bit controversial. We're gonna bring it down here. Again, that is not something I ever do, ever. But we can kind of help it a little bit, you know. I think it's starting to work better. These eyebrows, you know, if the eyebrows weren't as bad as they are, I bet we would notice how bad the color foundation is even more. Do I want blush on my nose? Sure, why not? Let's give it the sun-kissed Lucky. I actually really like that. It's coming together very beautifully. I just wish the foundation was a better color for me. I don't know how many times I can say that. You're probably like, okay, we get it, shut up. So since highlighters are the things that made me find this brand and fall in love with this brand, we're gonna look at the highlighters I have. The very first, oh, I do have another blush. Oh, it's the one I use as a bronzer. Okay, Star Island. This is the highlighter that stole my heart, made me love highlighter. So I have that one, but I use that one all the time. So I want to kind of maybe pick one of my other ones. So I also have Sugar Cookie, which I've only used a couple times. I really enjoy that one. Then I have Milk and Cookies, and this one was accidentally sent to me when I ordered a sugar cookie, so I got that one for free. They sent this instead, and they were just like, well, keep it. So that one, really cute, really pretty. It's got two colors on it. And then I have this. This is the Signature Palette Frosted Glow, and this has five different ones, including I believe their biggest seller, which is Rodeo Drive. And that is what that looks like. So lots of variety there. If you want to try out their highlighters, my favorite is of course Star Island, but I think you're gonna get bigger bang for your buck if you get this palette, and you'll get to try out several different ones. So I kind of want to go with Covenant Garden. It looks like so I know I've swatched it. I'm not sure if I've used that one. So that's gonna be this middle one, a little darker, a little purpley. Might go with the eyes a little bit better. Of course, the purple's not gonna show that much, but let's see. Do you know what is something I actually need? An actual highlighter brush. Because I bounce between different brushes and I just haven't found one that I like for it. So I should just get an actual one, right? Okay, I'm gonna go with this. It's a little bit big, but I've been using this one. This is a duo fiber from LaRousse or I don't know. LR316, really pretty. I like this one for highlight because it's not dense on the top. So I just dip in just the tip and I'm gonna just place it right here. And I just tap with this brush. Just light taps. Okay, that's really pretty. It's very light because of the way I'm applying it. I'm gonna do a little bit on the nose and a little bit up here just to bring some brightness. I think I might actually add a little bit more because why not? There we go, that's perfect. Woo, look at it. Oh my goodness, look at the shimmer. Look at the shimmer and the shine. Just very lightly. Oh, that's really pretty. That is really pretty. I like that. Went a little low, but I think it's fine. I think it's good. Okay. Now what do we want to do? Well, now I'm going to set it before I do the mascara and the lips. Okay? So, for setting, I am using the makeup fixer. It says keep slaying all day with our setting mist that creates an invisible shield over the skin to protect makeup against rain, snow, or shine. With a natural finish, this spray sits comfortably on the skin while green tea extract keeps the skin hydrated and feeling like skin. I love green tea. Absolutely love green tea. Oh, this still has a seal on it because I haven't used it yet. This is something that I bought when I bought the palette we used on the eyes today. Before I spray this, I just want to say that with the exception of this little spot right here, everywhere else is setting really well. I could have probably used a little bit of foundation right here, but that's one of my tricky spots where I either go too heavy-handed or not enough. But I feel like it's setting really beautifully. I'm not entirely sure what that scent is. There might be a little bit of a rose in there. If it is rose, it's very light. This is actually a beautiful scent. Okay. That feels refreshing. I like that spray a lot. It's a very fine but large mist. Large area of mist. I can still feel it on my face, but it already feels like it's almost dry. Like it's already almost soaked in. And that is already being beautiful. Okay. I'm excited for that one. Oh, wow. Okay, why did I wait so long to try that and to buy that? Okay, we're gonna talk a minute about this. So their mascara. I have been using this one for a decent long time, but it is another one of their products that lasts 34 months from opening. I have a love-hate relationship with this. So this is not their newest one. Their newest one is this, but waterproof. And people have said that that formula, they've been saying it's so much better. I haven't tried that one because this one scared me off from it, but I might eventually try it. But this one is just the Volumizing Mascara. I love the wand and I love how big this is, and I feel like you do get a lot of product in here. Now, so here's what the wand looks like. Nothing like unique, but I kind of like that. It's a pretty basic wand. But here's my issue. Half the time I wear this, this goes on to both eyes beautifully, no clumping, no issues. The other half the time, it's either super clumpy or one eye is super smooth and the other eye has clumps. and it's not consistent enough for me to love this product. The days this product works, it's beautiful and it's amazing. And I'm really hoping that today's that day. But be prepared, because it might not be. And it might be a bad day. I want to show it off on its best, but I did want to also be honest and tell you I have a lot of bad days with this. All right, so I'm going to put this on. And this one, so this is a drier formula than what I'm used to. And I think that's partly why it gets clumpy. There we go. It takes a minute to kind of like want to come off of the brush. It really gives a very beautiful fanned out look though. And that's what I love about it, because I prefer over length a very fanned out look. So far, I've been able to maneuver it so that the clumps come off. There's still some clumping, but not anything like terrible. But that fanning look is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, but I will give a close-up after I do the other eye. That does give a beautiful fanned out look, and today I didn't have any issues with the clumping. I will not rebuy this one. I do want to try their waterproof one because everybody has said it's so much better. I don't normally do waterproof mascaras though, so that's kind of why I've held off. But I think I should try it because, like I said, the days I like this formula, which today is one of them, I love it. But it's those days I don't like this formula that, I don't know, the inconsistency in how it works really makes me want to try the other one. Okay, now for lips. So I only have 2 lip liners, which makes no sense considering how many lip products I have from them. So I have, let's see, all of these are lip products. They are mostly liquid lipsticks with 2 actual lipsticks and a couple glosses, or flexi sticks. I think that's what they're called. But yet I only have 2 of these. So I have Plum and Chestnut. Chestnut I've been using a lot lately, so I think I'm gonna go crazy. I think I'm gonna do Plum with Queens. I think we're gonna go purple lips. I think we are. This might be a bad idea, but I wanna have some fun with it. Let's do it. So Plum lip liner first. If I end up looking more and more like a clown, well, guess what? I've got orange foundation and giant eyebrows. I think we're okay to continue this trend. At least you know that it's not the makeup's fault, okay? The color for the eyebrows was just off. The color for the foundation was just off. But the formula, okay, not the eyebrow formula, but the formula of the foundation is great. I'm not entirely sure, but it is setting into like my dryness pretty much like crazy. But it is a beautiful color, and I'm sure it would set even better if my lips weren't so dry. But you know, it's a change of season, so you know, we're just dealing with it. Okay, so this one is Queens, which is not an exact match, but it'll work. I'm not loving the way it's setting into all of my lip creases, but that is, I believe, my fault because of my drier lips. I'm gonna let that dry down, and then I think I'm gonna add some shimmer glossiness to it to help it not look as dry. But so far, I think that was a good choice. I love their formula, but if your lips are on the drier side, it doesn't work all that amazing. Now, for the lip gloss, I'm gonna do Scorpio. This, I believe, was another collaboration with another YouTuber. I don't remember which one though. We are done. This is our full face of OFRA Cosmetics. Honestly, even though things weren't all like amazing and perfect, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Absolutely love this palette, especially for fall time. I definitely want to try to get this in my shade because I am loving the way this is looking, the way it is setting, with the exception of right here. But I think that was my fault. Universal pencil, if it's your color, maybe try it, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend the formula. But everything else, I think is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Maybe try the waterproof mascara and not the normal mascara. What do we think, guys? Do we like this full face of OFRA Cosmetics? I don't know. It brings me joy. Do you like it? I hope you do. I hope you enjoy this full face of OFRA Cosmetics, getting to know a little bit more about them and their formula. I interact with OFRA Cosmetics, certain people from OFRA Cosmetics on their Facebook page and their Instagram page, because they do a lot of like get ready with me's and just playing around with makeup whenever they release new things. And it's on those that they actually do a lot of good giveaways. Their giveaways that they do on those are normally really good. I have actually won a couple of them. That's how I have so many of the lip products. So if you enjoy this and you want to find out more about them or you want to connect with them, check out their Instagram, check out their Facebook. I will link their website below. So if there's anything I mentioned here today that you want to get, go for it. I hope you enjoy this. And if this is a brand new company to you, let me know. If this is a company that you've known about for a while and maybe this is helping you want to give it a try again, let me know in the comments. I'd love to catch up with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.